Hello, Mr. Holt. My name is Trisha Wall. This is my presentation on initiatives and referendums. I apologize for the lateness due to my health thing, but I truly appreciate you taking the time to give me the time to get this done. I'm sorry this isn't on a Zoom. I have been trying to figure out why it's not carrying over, and have not been able to figure that out. So I had just did it this way, just at least so I can get it in. I understand if I'm marked off points for this, so I apologize, but this is how we did it for another class that I took through YouTube, so hopefully it's okay. So the initiative process, it enables citizens to propose statutes, or in some states, you can even constitutional amendments. So they put them on a ballot and send them to the legislature. And with that said, not just anyone could draft up these and submit them. It requires a significant amount of backing, and preferably through a certain number of registered voters. It's basically like a petition. And once the proposed rule is on the ballot, then the community and citizens of the community can pass it with a majority vote. There are two types of initiatives. There is direct and indirect. With the direct process, proposals that pass the preliminary requirements go straight to the ballot. And if it wins the popular vote, the proposal becomes a law. Nothing more said. So with the indirect initiatives, it's a bit different. The qualified proposal goes to the legislature indirectly. They can either approve it or offer like an alternative to the law that's proposed. In this case, submissions can become a law without popular vote. But if the legislature doesn't pass the initiative, then the option of being included on the ballot and voted on can still be there. In this rare case, though, the public has the power to override the legislature decision to do this. And then as we go into a referendum is a statute or constitution that requires a certain class of legislation action to be referred to a popular vote for approval or rejection. This is also known as an obligatory referendum that is legally required to be held under specific circumstances. There is an optional referendum as well, which comes from either by the public or a legislative request. A popular vote on the law passed by the legislature is required whenever a petition by a specific number of voters. So by this means the action of the legislature may be overruled by that. I feel that initiatives and referendums share the same goal by enabling citizens to take active roles in a democratic legislative process. However, they differ in approaches and possible origin. Initiatives start with the people. Citizens draft up a proposal petition, as I mentioned before, to add it to a ballot and vote on it. Meanwhile, referendums originate from the government, and the legislature submits the legislation to the people for approval. I feel pros and cons of the initiative and referendums is that it's great that the people get so much say in these initiatives that to get voted on and become in effect if they think that they are important. But being able to introduce initiatives that normally wouldn't be presented or overlooked is also another pro for these. And then I believe that a disadvantage is that some of these initiatives just get maybe drafted pretty badly, not normal initiatives or anything put on ballots are usually by lawyers, lawyers or constitutional lawyers, stuff that make sure people that make sure that it is worded correctly, so then it's not found unconstitutional or anything like that. So that's kind of a disadvantage there. So as far as I believe Arizona is a good place to act because during 1912, when they were producing the Constitution, that allowed people direct democracy, which having an option of referendum method by the voters to either veto a law or part of a law by gathering signatures registered to voters to place the issue on the ballot. Initiative is any measure taken out by the people that proposes new laws or amend the Arizona revised statutes or the Arizona Constitution. So furthermore, basically Arizona, I feel, is good because the founders produced Arizona Constitution in 1910, which was during the progressive movement. So it provides the maximum citizen participation throughout initiatives and referendums, as well as they're able to recall officials and I believe, yes, judges as well. So these two processes are big in the Arizona Constitution as well as many other states. And so that is my presentation on initiative and referendums. Again, I apologize. This has to go through YouTube and not Zoom. I am really trying to figure out what is going on with my Zoom being able to get those addresses to you. So again, I apologize. I hope you have a good day.